What is up, YouTube? Johnny B here again today, and we're going to be doing a little bit of an update on my builds or vehicles that I haven't even finished yet because I've been so busy with work. So sorry about the lack of updates or the lack of videos. We're going to be trying to get a little bit more done here the near future. I got this car recently, which is 1987 Corolla A86. It is an SR5. But it's one of the cleanest ones I've found, for being, what is this, a 37-year-old car. It's pretty good, in pretty good conditions. Everything is looking like nice and straight. The bumper is on like perfectly. If you've seen my red one, or I guess my baby blue one now, because I took the wrap off. Look at the body lines on this car. It's great. So let me show you guys what my other front bumper looks like. This is what the front bumper to my hatch looks like. I guess this is solid, but this is a little loose. It's like zip tied over there. This is like all crooked. This piece is falling off. Granted, I kind of moved this piece a little bit because I was doing some paint removal, but it doesn't look near as good as the white one. Do got the watts though. So I've been prepping this one to remove all the old paint to get this painted. Here we have the BRZTS 2018. Runs, drives, passed emissions inspection, can get it registered. But the front end is still about 2 inches off. So I need to chop it off from the firewall forward and tube chassis it, so I can go ahead and, drum roll please, install this K24 A2. You can see it right there, out of a 2007 TSX, which is, I think, the best K24 you can get. You're gonna be pairing it up with this little baby Garrett G35 900. Or another option, or the other option is to use that turbo on the K24 for this car, because that is a G30, so it's a bit smaller, and I'm not pushing 1,000 horsepower on this car. This car has a 2JZ GTE, you can see there. So this car would be pushing a lot more power. This car is on the back burner. We have a lot of videos on it, but unfortunately, this is a build that I'm doing with my brother, and he is in the process of remodeling a house that he got. So the house is pretty expensive. So there's no funds for the IS. So here it sits in its resting place right above my BRZ. This is just a customer car. So now I will have, another update, extra lift. That wasn't there before. That lift is gonna make it so much easier to hold my project cars in the back of the shop. So that way we can have two A86s here, the BRZ, the IS300, all a family of cars. If you know, you know that the creator of this also helped out with this. And this is the new version of that. So, I don't know, love them a lot. I love Toyota, and that's why I have that Tacoma, which is towing that one. This lift is always, available. Update on the garage floor. It's looking great. A lot easier to clean. I just grab the pressure washer and just take it all out, mop it. I have been painting. You see that? Painted the doors over there black too. Still gotta paint the other side of the doors. Upgraded the door for the bathroom. It's got a barn door. Quick jacks are just chilling there. Got more wheels and tires. Probably gonna get another set here shortly. Still gotta paint the back of the garage doors, but I did paint this area. Still gotta do that back wall. The bottom wall is done. This whole wall was redone in with concrete to get the texture to be nice and smooth. It was with outside wall texture before. So if I show you like right here, between this panel, that's how the texture was. So we did that. But before I can paint this wall and do all that, you guys can notice there's a little bit of spotting there because there's a roof leak. So I gotta fix that before I do anything else. And you might be wondering, Johnny, why is there this mess here? Well, this is just shipping stuff. You can see there was something pretty big in there. And it's gonna be a big update for this car to make it look like the initial D car. And that is JDM bumpers. I know they don't, that's just the way they wanted to sit up there, but I'll put up a picture on screen. This is a rear bumper, one piece, so the JDM one, and then we have a front Zenki bumper, painted in blue, and it's got some lip holes, but fill those in, painted the black and white. They are both OEM bumpers. The OEM plastic bumpers, which is sick, hard to get, pretty rare parts. They're quite expensive now. And super excited that I got them because I couldn't find them for the longest time. So that's a bit of a short update of the cars, the builds. I enjoy the build process, just haven't had any time for it. Unfortunately, we did build a GR. The GR was a lot of fun. Simple bolt-ons are always like fast. I got that build done in like 2 weeks, maybe even 1 week. So bolt-on builds are fun because you can do them quick, enjoy the car, track it, but then too much money into the car, so that's why I got rid of that one. These are fun, just seeing the progress, seeing the process. That car I can't continue with until I sell the engine because I don't want to have just an engine sitting in the garage and taking up space. So I want to sell the engine in it first so that I can go ahead and have an excuse to chop the front end off. Because right now it's a run and drive car. Like I can drive it around and I don't have to worry about it being in the way. And if I take the engine out, start chopping it, then I just have a useless car that's just in the shop. And I don't know when I'm gonna have time to get to it. So I'd rather just leave it like that. For everybody that comes to the shop, just kind of like see the cars. They can see it like that and that looks amazing, you know what I mean? But if it's just like chopped up, they're like, oh, it's some other junker in the corner that's taken apart. So for now, that car's gonna stay like that. So until that engine sells, someone needs a 2017 plus BRZ engine with like 20,000 miles, hit me up. And if it sells, you know, I'm gonna have more funds to build that car. But in the meantime, I've been working on this car, which is, you know, restoring it, stripping the paint and getting some more parts, which those are the last piece of the puzzle, JDM bumpers. But you know how we are, getting on Marketplace and seeing random stuff is always cool as well. So that's how I got this, found it on Marketplace. It was in Tucson, so about an hour 50, almost 2 hours away. So I went and picked it up last night. Let me show you guys this car more. So this, I saw, super straight. It feels super solid, like everything is intact. Like it's got the inner fender, it's got the little bars that hold the bumper. Like this is solid. This lines up perfectly. This car's never been in an accident. It's got little dents here and there. It's so complete, and it's even got some nice Celica wheels. It's got the rear bumper, and it's got the little pieces that go here. The rear bumper seems to be a little bit warped, but I do have the bumper from my hatch, which should fit. The tail lights and the center garnish is all intact. It's all like solid. This car was a barnyard car, so, or barn house, how do you say that? A barn find, I guess. So it was inside for most of its life. So that's why the trim, the windows, the plastics are all pretty intact. But for the last year, it actually sat outside, which is why some of the stuff did get destroyed. But the car's so intact, so complete, so one piece. Didn't even matter that it's an SR5. It actually, the problem with being a barn car was that the interior was destroyed by rats, apparently. So there was like a lot of rat poop everywhere. But there is zero rust on the car. Unfortunately, the dash is like pretty cracked up. It's got the cluster in there still. But yeah, no rust. It was an auto car, but you just have to save it when you look underneath. Like, look at the frame rails. Like, they're super straight. Even the pinch wheels are straight. Some old guy like painted white underneath. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little update on the builds, a little update on the shop, how everything's going. Been staying busy, which is why I haven't been able to make much videos, but hope you guys all enjoyed it. And until next time, so you guys have a great day.